I haven't shot a real film review since December. Over a month ago, I'm pretty sure, is when I put up my Christmas vacation review, and that's the last time I've reviewed a movie. I put up other videos, list, musical reviews, my most recent one is my story with the Phantom of the Opera. Please check that video out, I worked really hard on it. But this year, I really wanted to try something new, and it's very much inspired by what Chris Duckman did, but it is 12 classic reviews. One review of a film that is considered a classic by basically everyone that came out before the 80s. And my list of them will be right up here, but I'll read them off. So the list of them from January to December is 12 Angry Men, Citizen Kane, On the Waterfront, Rebel Without a Cause, A Streetcar Named Desire, City Lights, Vertigo, Chinatown, Casablanca, Psycho, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and It's a Wonderful Life. Now I've seen 3 of those films, but the rest I have not seen. I had not seen this film before, and this month we are going to be talking about 12 Angry Men, directed by Sidney Lumet from 1957. I had heard only great things about 12 Angry Men, as I've heard it's one of the best films of all time, and I have to agree. 12 Angry Men is a perfect film, and even some of my favorite films, which I would give an A+ to, maybe there's like a line or some weird edit that kind of just threw me off for like a second. This has none of them. This is one of the 3 or 5 best written films of all time. You get so attached to all these characters, yet you don't even know their names. They're just the jurors. If you don't know the story of 12 Angry Men, it's about 12 men who are jurors, and there's 12 of them, and they have to decide what's going to go on with this case about this boy. Did he actually kill his father? And if he did, they're going to go kill him by sending him to the electric chair. And they take a vote at the start. Everyone puts their hand up like, guilty, 11 of them. When the one that votes not guilty is Henry Fonda's character. Now, Henry Fonda is perfect in this film. He is so good, but everyone is amazing. It is basically all shot in one room. There's a few things where, like, there's a bathroom, the ending, they're walking outside, we see them in the court room, that's what it's called, right? For like maybe a minute or two. It's a lot like The Breakfast Club. It takes place mostly in one location, or Reservoir Dogs, something like that. But this film's like just under an hour and 40 minutes, and it goes by so fast, but you cherish every moment of it. I love everything about the film. To me, it's a perfect film. As I mentioned before, some of my favorite films that I would give an A+ to, I would not call perfect, just because maybe there's a line or an edit that's a bit weird. More films that I consider perfect is something like The Shining or Taxi Driver. This is one of the best films ever made. It definitely deserves to be in the top 10. The script is just amazing. It's a very tight script. I think that's how I would explain it. You feel so stuck in this room with these characters, and a lot of that also has to do with the shot composition, and just some of these takes, they're really long takes, and you don't realize. Like, there's so many times where I'm like, did the camera cut? Did it not? Because the editing also flows so smoothly, and I love, again, everything about the film. Henry Fonda is amazing. Lee J. Cobb is also fantastic, but they're not the only ones. Everyone's amazing. We just get to know all these characters very well without even knowing their names. The way that we see some of them kind of fight against each other, like Henry Fonda being the one that thinks he's not guilty, and Lee J. Cobb being like, he's guilty, I will not change my mind, and he loves to yell, and it is some of the best yell acting. I don't really know what it is ever. His performance is phenomenal. You think that, oh, some of these men, they aren't talking at first, so are they going to talk? And then they come in, and some of them, this is kind of a spoiler. I'm going to kind of go into spoilers, so please check out this film. It is perfect. But some of the people will like change their opinions to, oh yeah, he's not guilty, as their proving points. And one of the best things about the entire film is because it's in one room. Normally in films when they're explaining what would happen, like, how did he kill his father, like, what did they see? And Henry Fonda brings up this diagram, and he uses an example of the old man getting up from his bed, walking to his door, slowly walking as he's dragging his foot, and then seeing the boy. And normally, in a film, especially nowadays, they would just show, like, a flashback of what they think it would look like, but no. They don't. This also features some of my favorite scenes of all time. As I mentioned, that one where he's explaining what happened, but the down and in scene with the knife features one of my favorite shots of all time. I posted a few of them on Instagram, where Lee J. Cobb is like, he brings it back the knife back, and everyone stands up in the back, and Henry Fonda's just sitting there, like, looking at him. That is a perfect scene, one of the best scenes of all time. And Sidney Lumet's direction is just flawless. This film is flawless. It's one of the highest rated movies on IMDb with like an 8.9 out of 10, 4 out of 4 stars from Roger Ebert. I think it's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it deserves all of this. This deserves just, like, it's one of the best films ever made. Everyone should check out this film once in their life. You know, it's black and white. Who cares? It's from the 50s. It really doesn't feel like that. Now, since this is a case about like a young kid killing his father, we only get one shot of this kid throughout the entire film. And just, it's the one shot that makes us feel sympathy for him. And just, I think also the way that the shot is composed, the way that we're looking down on him as he's kind of just staring off at all the people leaving the courtroom. And that scene, it's just really quick, but just that one shot is just perfect. That's all we need to feel bad for the kid. We never see the kid's father. We never see the woman who claims she saw the accident. And just these scenes, they're perfect. And when they talk about the glasses marks on the one character's face, and then that kind of makes him realize, oh, he's not wrong. And just the way that they explain it, instead of showing it, they don't show the woman with the marks. They just explain it and make us believe. And throughout the entire film, you may think, oh yeah, we're siding with like Lee J. Cobb and all those other men. But then as the film progresses and there's more points, you're like, oh, Henry Fonda might be right. And it kind of keeps you wondering. We never get a real full like answer of did he do it or did he not. This film is a masterpiece. It is, as I said, one of the best films of all time. 12 Angry Men, without a doubt, gets an A+. If you haven't seen this film before, please check it out. It's black and white. Who cares? It's from the 50s. Well, it's probably the best pre-1960, maybe even 1970 film that I've ever seen. Yeah, I actually think it's probably the best pre-1970 film I've ever seen. Now, I have not seen them all. As I said, I still have a bunch of those ones to watch. Let me know what your thoughts on 12 Angry Men are. If you haven't seen it, tell me if you will watch it after this review, and please check this film out. Thank you all for watching. Tell me which review you're most excited for also in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time. Over and out!